video is kind of for new students. We wanted to ask you all what the role of your organization is for someone who is first coming into osteopathic medicine, because I remember from orientation, it felt like alphabet soup. I was like, okay, AOA and BOME, and then it's kind of confusing for new students. So,
well, just let me turn things to my friend Dr. Robert Kane, because the first welcome that you really get into the osteopathic profession really is not only from your College of Osteopathic Medicine, but you'll have to agree, I assume, that is really from ACOM.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I think that ACOM has the opportunity to begin to work with the students before they ever set foot inside of one of our medical schools. And so one of our important roles is the transition from college, if you're a college student looking to become a physician, or from some other setting, if you're a non-traditional student, as you move into the schools themselves. So our contact starts there. And then we have the opportunity through our different councils and groups within ACOM to actually work with you as you go through your student experience. And probably one of the biggest points of contact for us is the work with the Council of Osteopathic Student Government Presidents. And so we're able through them to hopefully connect with all of the students at all of our colleges.
Very good. So, Dr. Gimple, follow-up comments about where your organization comes into play.
Well, you know, when people think about the national board, they think to tests. And nobody, let's face it, nobody really likes to take tests or likes to think about tests. But sometimes our students interact with us first in the first and second years via our website. There's a lot of resources available for students in managing stress and maintaining wellness and keeping balance. There's certainly study resources related to some of the assessments that we put together, whether it be CompSay or other tests that are more formative along the road to licensure. So that's usually our first interactions with students. We also have some interactions with student leader organizations, COSGP, SOMA, the various different organizations, and it's always great to get feedback directly from students about our assessments, our products and services.
You know, and I think we will all agree nobody likes to be assessed. But we all know that we're going to be. But you know, what I love about ACOM as well, the Choose DO program is really amazing, and we're very happy to assist in any way that the AOA can to promote the osteopathic profession to people who are considering becoming a physician. We want them to be an osteopathic physician, and I know it goes even much, much earlier than that. So we have to applaud ACOM for their efforts, and we're happy to be a good partner there. And I know that MBOME feels the same way. But what I look at all of us as doing is really promoting the distinctive practice of osteopathic medicine. You're supported by ACOM to make sure that the choice that you made to become an osteopathic physician is supported by high quality, just like your comms will provide, but ACOM will support you in that regard as well, high quality osteopathic medical education that is different than you can get anywhere else. It is distinct. And then osteopathically distinct competency assessment for licensure that measures your progress also to a certain degree through your progress through your medical education is really important too. So is it nice to be assessed? It's nice to know that there's something osteopathically distinct that's created for you to make sure that your credentials actually reflect the education you're getting through your COM and also through ACOM's great support. And I look at what the AOA is doing is somewhere in between and maybe a bit, you know, beyond being a community, a professional community when needed. You know, so what we can do, you know, is really provide opportunities like DO Day for legislative advocacy. We can do OMED, osteopathic medical education. We have our My AOA app for a community experience for everyone who's a member of the AOA, and we give AOA membership to all students for free. And we have value in that we pay for that you don't have to. And we do board certification, so it's a full continuum, and everything that you get from ACOM to MBOME and hopefully the AOA is osteopathically distinct, where you can't really find anywhere else in your professional life cycle.
And I like to look at it as a family. The osteopathic profession is a family, and we certainly welcome the new entering students this year into the profession as they kind of enter, some cases doing white coat, certainly doing orientation, getting involved in their classes and some early clinical experience, which is so kind of essential to the osteopathic medical education model. You know, back to assessment. I mean, nobody likes assessment, but what assessment does is it gives you that peace of mind. If you encounter that situation, which I remember encountering in my orientation graduation freshman year when next to me was a PhD, and on the other side was an RN who had a lot of clinical experience. And I said to myself, maybe they picked the wrong guy. I mean, how am I qualified to be in this class of really smart people? And then that starts kind of the infamous phrase called imposter syndrome. Am I going to be good enough to be somebody's doctor? Well, you are, because you're attending an osteopathic medical school that meets rigorous accreditation standards. You yourself are taking rigorous licensure tests and standard tests that are universally recognized to say, yes, she has demonstrated her competency. She is going to be good enough. In fact, she's going to be better than good enough. She's going to be excellent and will be trusted by patients and communities to be somebody's doctor someday, very soon.